Okay, folks, we're back. This is Prospector Dad coming in from the mines. I don't know what I'm doing.
We're coming back from the mines for another episode of Shenanigans.
Ooh, Shenanigans, podcast name.
Ooh.
It'd be really great if someone was named Shannon.
Ooh.
Shenanigans.
Ah.
If you're out there, your name's Shannon, you're welcome. We'll take 5% royalties.
Yeah, start your own podcast. Whatever it is, though, give some credit.
That's right.
But, welcome back.
That's right. Welcome back to a podcast not about prospectors, but about dads and daughters and Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D squared.
That's right. We're bringing it back. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful week along here. We're
back in the game. We're holding.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's getting ready for the holidays.
Yeah, coming up soon.
Yep. We're going to be jumping back into the story, though, here with Mel in the warehouse and continuing her investigation. Are you ready to do a little recap?
I believe I am.
All right, then, without further ado.
Adieu.
Yes, or get on with it, as the prospector would say. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Adventurous.
The time had come to leave Haystown. Managed to get enough of a rest. Delicious, way too much breakfast, but more leftovers for the apartment, I suppose. The time had come to leave the underground and go back up. I rode the makeshift lift. Managed to help out my maybe buddy, Gloamwing, yet again. He didn't try to steal my hat this time. I defeated a couple Glumspawn chasing it, and I got a boot in return. Not sure what to do with that, but other than the boot, I managed to ride the lift up into an out-of-the-way warehouse in the Skyline. This seemed to be where the Gallows family has been shipping these parts, these gadgets, using them to their own devices. I managed to sneak my way past a couple workers and obtain the evidence that I need to show to Commissioner Renshaw. But now there's the issue of getting out of here, preferably without getting seriously injured. That may be more difficult than I expected. But
indeed. So a little reminder, you're in a very large, kind of closed off to the outside world warehouse. There's no windows or anything like that, just a big sliding door that leads towards the gondola. And with a very, very terrible Nat 1 investigation check, a exit door that is through an office past two Gallows family toughs that had just somehow sent out a message to a Mr. Gallows.
A Mr. Gallows.
Yep. And said he was going to be heading down here to scope out the boxes.
The shipment.
Yep.
All right.
And you're in an empty warehouse with two guys that are in an office nearby.
There's no other exits or anything that I noticed.
Not with that thing you got last time. No way. There's two ways in. One of them being a balcony overlooking a drop into the foggy abyss, which is Mirelight Street City.
Yep.
And the front door.
All right. I think I heard them kind of say, like, you should come down here and look.
Mm-hmm.
Are they ending, like, are they coming back out, or are they just staying in the office?
These guys, for now, are just chatting in the office, having a conversation about,
salaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Work.
They're just chatting about whether or not this is an issue and what's going to happen, et cetera, et cetera.
I think now that I'm away from, like, the empty shipment, the one I sent up, I think I want to move closer to the office if I can. If there are any crates that are closer to the office, I want to move to them.
Yeah, I'm imagining this warehouse office is kind of like, it's to like one corner.
Mhm.
So like they have a window looking out towards the warehouse, but not the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just like a small little office near the front door. They have like a window and an opening archway. There's not even a door that separates them from the warehouse.
It's just
So one side wall is covered,
okay.
and you could get close to that, but I'd still like a stealth check.
Yeah, that's not great. An 11.
An 11. Okay.
My lowest one.
I think you start making your way over to, there's like some larger crates and maybe a little bit of like broken down old moldy pieces of wood and stuff like that. Like some of this warehouse is it's not all in pristine condition.
Yeah.
And you start kind of getting over closer to the office and you start hearing a little bit of conversation. One of the guys is like, yeah, Mr. Gallows is coming and then we're going to, he's going to see how good we did. We're going to get promotion. Everybody worries about promotions here.
Yep.
And then as you kind of are getting into position, your foot steps onto a kind of rotten piece of wood. And it's not a loud crunch, but there's definitely a crunch noise. And the other guy's like, what was that? Did you hear that? And the first guy's like, no, I just hear you yapping. And they're just kind of arguing back and forth. And then for a second later, the guy's like, I'm going to go check it out.
I think hearing that, you would have been able to hear where that was from.
Probably not exactly.
Yeah.
He didn't have a super high passive. In fact, he just barely beat yours.
No.
So he heard a noise outside the office. He would at least probably know that it wasn't far away.
Okay.
Kind of closer.
He says I'm gonna go check it out.
Uh-huh.
I think I kind of move out from behind the crate that I was, where the wood snapped, and I think I just try to quickly, but still kind of quietly, dash over to another. Are there any sections of crates like within like the 30 feet?
Yeah, I think so. Within the 30 feet, you have the office itself, which is kind of like it has a roof. The office, so it's like. But the warehouse building goes higher than that. So the office is kind of like its own little separate room with a roof. That's about 10 feet above you. There's the crates you were moving next to, which were right alongside that wall. I think there's some like big shelves kind of in the back wall that aren't really used anymore, but they have some broken down stuff on them. And then there's moving back out towards where you had grabbed the handle and the pistol.
Okay.
A little further away. There's some stuff nearby where we'd base it on rolls, though.
Okay. I think if I can get up to one of those shelves, I think that'd be better than the crates.
Okay.
But I'd have to try to get up there.
It's up to you.
Oh, wait. I think I hunker down lower, actually.
Behind the crate?
Behind the crate.
Okay.
And I think just barely peeking over the top of it, I can move it within 30 feet of me. I think I would like to cast Minor Illusion, and I don't use it that often.
You haven't.
But can I create an image of an animal? Yeah, as long as it's small.
I mean, you can. What animal are you going for here?
I was going for a rat.
Okay. I would allow a rat.
Okay.
I think you can
I can
create. Yeah, it's just a minor illusion.
Yeah. I can move it within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
So I think I just make an image of a rat as I'm like peeking up over this crate, and I think I just make it like skitter past the archway of the office and like go behind a crate, like closer to the other side of the room. All
right. You create this rat, and Marv's like, nice move. And the voice of the guy was like, I think it came from over. Ah! And then he sees a rat run in front of his feet, and he just screams high pitched, and he goes, a rat! And he runs into the office, and you can hear him like clambering up onto the desk, terrified of rats.
Nice.
And the other guy's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I saw a rat. And there's some panic happening.
All right. I think with that panic distraction, I think I kind of, as he's still like making that noise, I think I just step off of the broken piece of wood and like put it to the side. So maybe I have less snapping ability, and I just go below the crate again. I think I want to stay here though.
Okay.
Because it's next to the office,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of concealed. Yeah.
So you're staying there for a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make a stealth check for me, please?
A 13?
13? Okay. You're staying put, and you hear the guys kind of calm back down. The other guy's like, it's just a rat, man. That we've seen a rat before. And he's like, yeah, but that one was especially big and quiet, and I didn't like it. And it's just complaint. And then after a few minutes of this, you finally hear a bang, bang, bang on the little door.
All right.
And you kind of hear some muffled voices, and then the door opens up.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear this kind of muffled sort of cadence to this voice. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
14?
A 14? You start to recognize this voice.
Oh.
And after a minute, you hear this voice like coming out of the office area, and it's going, I mean, what do you mean? We got the shipment here or what? And stepping through is not the Mr. Gallows who you might have thought.
Oh.
But Marlo Gallows.
Marlo.
Comes out again, kind of this bigger guy dressed in a nice suit. Still a Gallows family member, but once upon a time, you had an arm wrestling match with him and somebody who doesn't like his uncle.
Yeah.
And he's like, the shipment that came up after last night? I thought it wasn't running. We were going to send a team down there today to figure it out. And the guy's like, I don't know. It came up and we saw a rat and I'm not sure. And so Marlo Gallows comes out and you're crouched down behind the box.
Yeah, are the workers coming out as well, right behind him?
Yep,
Okay.
right behind him. They're showing him over to the crates, and they start popping the lids on these crates, and a bunch of them are empty.
And he's looking.
He's looking in. At one point, he pops a crate open, and he goes, what is this? And then he bends down, and he stands back up, and he's holding a boot.
The boot I put in the crate. Yeah.
And he spins around, and he looks at the workers, and he's holding this up.
I think as he spins around, it really depends on if they're all facing kind of away from this.
Well, he's facing back towards you.
Oh, he is?
Because those guys were behind him. He picked up a boot, and then he spun around to show them the boot.
All
so
right.
they're facing away,
And
but he
Marlo's-
is kind of looking towards them, which would be towards the office.
I think I just peek up from behind the crate, and I think oh wait, what would he know me by?
I mean, he knows you.
Yeah, he knows me. Yeah, I think I kind of peek up behind the crate, get that look, and he's facing this way, but the guards are facing away. And I think I do hop up over the crate, and I look towards him. I don't even know if he notices me or not. I think I just tip my hat from like how fast this situation is as he spins around.
Mhm.
Like,
You're showing him that you're there.
mhm.
Okay, let's start with that.
Okay.
You pop up and you hop over the crate,
Mhm.
as quietly as you can, and tip your hat. And he goes from holding this boot and looking at it, and he's like, what in the world? And he looks up and he locks eyes with you. And I think he's going to roll something. He keeps a straight face.
Mhm.
He's holding the boot up. And he goes, so you two knuckleheads missed a shipment last night, called me in, told me that we had an issue, and we were going to need to send a team down because they didn't get a shipment. And then you just let a shipment up today, didn't even check it for a boot, and called me. And the guy's like, yeah. And Marlo Gallows just takes the boot, looks at it for a second, and then he just throws it at the guy.
He just throws
Yeah,
it.
he throws the boot, and the guy gets hit by it, and he's like, oh, sir, I'm sorry. And Marlo is going to, I think he read the situation a little differently.
Mhm.
He is going to grab these two guys by the backs of their necks,
Oh.
and he is going to be like, you're going to go outside, and you're going to walk down the street, and you're going to think about what you did today. And if I don't get a good enough apology, I'm going to have my uncle come have a chat with you. And he goes and he just takes these guys towards the office,
Oh no.
keeping them kind of not facing you.
Okay.
And then you hear a door open, and you hear him throw these guys outside, and then a door close.
Okay.
And then a moment later, he comes around, and he's like, Ashgrave, what the heck are you doing here?
Hi, Marlo. Thanks.
Not your voice at all.
Yeah, I think I am like more like nervous with this.
He's like,
and I go,
we got like 2 minutes before I need to get out or do something here. So what's going on?
So I've been trying to, get along with my investigation and maybe find some things that could, shut down your uncle and help with my other various things going on.
Right.
And it led me to this warehouse. So I'm here and I managed to get up. And I was wondering if I could look around a little bit.
Nice southern accent.
I don't know why I keep doing this, but I occasionally slip into a southern accent.
That's fine. He's like, he shakes his head a little bit. He's like, look, I don't think your girl's not here when you're looking for her.
Oh, I know.
Okay. And he goes,
I'm talking about the stuff to situation.
Yeah. Look, oh boy, a warehouse here. He put me on this job. It's one of the things I got to run besides the club. He's got this guy Badger down there, running some sort of ogre forge, and we're getting shipment up here, and then we take that shipment and we take it to our spot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what their exact plan is, but
there's a chain of...
Yeah.
Okay.
You get what you needed? You need to look around a little bit?
I think I got what I needed from in here.
Okay.
Can I check out the spot?
What spot?
The spot.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. I think Mel's just... She's still very unsure about Marlo.
Yeah. I mean, you can insight him too if you want, but...
First a persuasion.
Okay.
With a 14.
Okay.
Then I think I do want to insight him.
Okay.
What's his deal?
Yeah.
Oh, a 19.
A 19. Yeah, he kind of looks around. You tell him you kind of got what you needed and you want to know about this spot. He looks nervous. He's kind of looking around. He's like, look, we got like a minute or two. Silas is coming down harder on the Skyline. He's got that farthing guy wrapped under his thumb. Like,
there's a lot.
We got to be careful here. But he's going about this all wrong. He's causing chaos. And other than that Nightmare character, he's going to be the problem here in Skyline.
Got it.
He's like, he's going to know something happened here. I'm going to have to try to explain this away.
Oh, here you go. And I kind of like lean in and I say, tell him that the lift stopped working and there's like, you can send the crates back down if you want, but the ogres have seemed to have messed with the operation, and you can just say that it's stopped working. There's nothing, you haven't got nothing.
This is not helping me. You're just telling me to tell him that it's not working anymore?
Well, what do you need to explain this away?
I don't know. This is my problem, not yours. Look,
all right.
Don't mistake my self-preservation for an alliance.
Oh, I know.
Okay. If you get caught or I get caught, that's a problem for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly me. Mm-hmm. So, you get what you needed?
The stuff here and just what you've been gathering from the supplies and...
I'll tell you this, you're going to have a harder time if you don't go quick. Today, they're doing a endorsement gala for the new chief, the new commissioner today. The election hasn't happened, but Calloway's getting a lot of backing, and Renshaw's going to be out soon.
Got it.
So.
Well, there's 2 problems to be solved today. That sounds great.
All right. Well, get out of here, and hopefully we don't see each other again till this is done with.
Sounds great. I think I just like back up through the office and just give him a little finger guns and say,
he puts a finger up, and he goes, you got a really good persuasion check, and he did not get an agreement with that. He goes, look, it's called the Hangman's Noose. That's what we all call it anyway.
Oh.
It's a building on the other end of town, but you're not getting into it without being a Gallows family member.
All right.
And that's where Silas It's where he runs this city from, and I assume that's where he's got your friend. I don't even get to go into the Hangman's Noose that much.
Oh.
It's for the highest members of the family.
Sounds difficult, but promising.
All right.
Thanks.
Leave.
Bye.
The door opens up. I think as the door opens up, too, Marlo steps out behind you.
Oh.
And there's there's a couple other guys there.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of step out and they look at you.
I think I just...
And then they look at Marlo and he's like, get in here and help me clean this mess up.
Hmm.
And they just kind of go inside.
All
right. And in fact, I think it's the two guys that originally lifted you up and carried you into a side room. So they kind of know who you are a little bit.
Wait. Oh, it's these two.
Yeah, the two that grabbed you for your arm wrestling match and stuck you in a room.
Mm-hmm.
A little dwarf and whatnot. And you kind of tip your hat to them.
Yeah.
They know enough about who you are that there's a certain amount of awkwardness for Marlo Gallows here.
I kind of just... Are they still going past me?
Yeah, I mean, they look at you, they look at him, he gave them an order, and they start going into the office. They let you by, they're just noticed you.
Yeah, I think I honestly just leave.
Okay.
I take Marlo's word for that and just leave.
You start walking, and as you come out of this side of the warehouse, you realize that you're kind of on this bridge out here, a street, kind of like High Street, but not as fancy.
Yeah.
But again, this kind of like floating stone suspension bridge type thing that leads you over into the more kind of industrial side of Skyline. There's some more sort of facilities here, workers moving back and forth, things like that.
Yeah.
But again, magical constructs and things moving along, some gondolas starting to come into view. You realize you're not too far off from the main market where the Bridges Market and the MMCD precinct had been.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tonight they're holding a commemoration gala. Today.
Not like it's more of just like an endorsement party midday.
Okay. What general time is it?
With all the things you've been doing, it's probably coming up on lunchtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I think I just, kind of brush myself off, after sneaking around for a little bit. Just pull my coat over Marv a little bit,
mm-hmm.
and I think I walk towards the markets.
Okay, as you start walking that way, I think Marv would pipe up in your head a little bit too. He'd be like, Hangman's Noose, huh? I heard about that back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know which building it is exactly, but apparently he's got some sort of fancy pants penthouse hideout.
Ooh.
And I always thought it was down on the streets level. So maybe he's been, as we've learned, moving up.
Mm.
There's a lot of gondolas and ways to get up into these buildings up here, and we've only seen a fraction of it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
If that's where Jessa is, we're going to have ourselves a different kind of problem.
We need someone who knows their way around here. But first things first. I think I kind of come into the markets and look around for the precinct.
Mm-hmm. I think before you get there,
mm-hmm.
you start kind of walking through the streets and, you go past another building. Again, there's like these crazy balconies that are attached to skyscrapers here. I think you go through a skyscraper again. Oh. That happens a lot up here in the Skyline where it's almost like they've retrofitted these bridges and buildings to go through these old skyscrapers.
More support, and
then coming out the other side. You start going through, the Skyline is still a pretty big district.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you go past like a bank section of town where there's like people trading money and gold and things like that. And you're starting to make your way over towards the bridges area.
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check for me, please.
A natural 1. I really need to get a better perception because it's a +0 and it's been like that since
that's just your character. Your perception's bad, your investigation's good.
Yeah.
When that 1 perception. Okay. You go past this bank area, this banking district, and I think the only thing you notice is there's some wanted posters up with a vaguely generic looking version of a masked teenage girl that don't look beautifully accurate, but Yeah, there's some wanted posters up.
They got her nose wrong.
Yeah, and there's a like finder's fee at the bottom.
Oh.
And it's actually
Yeah, I guess I would want to go up to one just to like out of curiosity.
Yeah, that's all you see. It's on the side of one of these buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't catch anything else. Yeah, it's put up. It's pretty formally produced. It does not have Commissioner Renshaw's signature on the bottom, but instead it has Lieutenant Calloway and Xander Farthing.
Except he hasn't been elected yet.
Nope. But it's through the Farthing Foundation, a reward for catching the Nightmare.
Okay.
But yes, definitely through not the normal channels. No MMCD logo or anything like that.
Okay. I think that's definitely interesting to me because I also know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think I see that and I look at it for a second and I think I just log that for later in my brain, but I go on.
Okay.
And
So you keep making your way along the Bridges Market area, and you're starting to make your way there, and you start seeing people kind of walking towards this kind of fountained plaza where once upon a time pigeons had exploded.
cotton candy and pigeons.
Cotton candy and pigeons had exploded, and people are kind of walking that way. There's kind of like, oh, there's an event going on. Like, oh, there's a gala. Apparently, Mr. Farthing's going to be there, and just general talking about that. Excuse me, as you go away.
Okay.
You just keep moving along.
Yeah, I think my goal is to head towards the precinct.
Okay.
Hopefully get there. My goal is to get there kind of like either before or during, I guess, from like my old, I know hours might be different up here, but like from my old MMCD experience, when was lunch break? If we had it.
Lunch break?
Yeah.
Noonish.
Noonish.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think there'd be like a lunch break for these guys in the same sense, especially on a day with a fancy event.
That's true.
I
think my goal is to kind of just get there, like around noon, trying to kind of before like afternoon kicks in.
Yeah, so you're heading to the gala.
Yeah, or to the precinct. I don't know where the gala is.
Well, you start to realize as you're walking that way with the crowd of people, and you're starting to get closer and closer to this area that it seems like there's this event happening outside of the precinct.
Oh.
You start crossing these last bridges. You're going past all the market. There's some people still working and stuff like that. But you make your way over and you cross this last bridge area that once upon a time you had chased the Nightmare along. And you see the MMCD precinct in the background, but out front where this fountain was, there's like tables outdoors. There's like awnings and things. There's street vendors selling food. There's kind of like a makeshift event happening here.
Okay.
The street light poles all have like streamers along, and there's a bunch of like banners that show a very heroic looking Lieutenant Calloway, this kind of slimy hair, grease-backed MMCD guy that is working deep with the Gallows and Farthing families.
Mm-hmm.
On these banners, that says like Calloway for commissioner, like make the choice and all this stuff. And so you see that this is what's happening. Yep.
I think I just kind of look around for a second and scan, the however many, the crowd-ish of people here. I want to look for Commissioner Renshaw. If I don't see him outside, I might try to go into the precinct. But
okay,
I want to see if I can find him.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
14.
14. I think you're noticing that the precinct is closed off right now, and there are a bunch of people gathering around almost like a stage out front.
Oh,
this seems to be a thing happening.
Okay.
And you notice the crowd is gathering. A lot of people are grabbing little snacks and hors d'oeuvres. There's a bunch of little buttons that say, like, vote for Calloway and stuff like that. You don't see Renshaw anywhere in this crowd. Okay. But you do catch wind of Xander Farthing standing at the far end, wearing a suit today that is mimicking the kind of green MMCD, a vibe
Yeah.
for sure. And he's having chats with a bunch of people surrounding Lieutenant Calloway over on the far end towards the stage.
Is he like answering questions for Calloway, like from what I can see? Or
More
just
like schmoozing.
schmoozing. Okay.
Yeah, they all got little drinks in their hands and they're clinking them together. And Xander Farthing's clapping Lieutenant Calloway on the shoulder, stuff like that.
All right.
Just kind of supporting the things. But you don't see anything right now.
I don't see Renshaw anywhere.
Nope. And the crowd is getting busier and busier. I think you start hearing, after a moment, some people talking about like, the election's going to be soon. I wonder who it will be. And everyone's like, Calloway's the favorite. And there's just sort of general talk going on.
I think I want to go up to just like somebody like in the crowd, kind of just friendly-ish, and I go, I just ask, I've been out of town for a little bit. Is the election happening soon or?
Yeah, just a few days away.
Right.
Happening soon. This is just one last push for Calloway. There's this lady dressed. She's like older. She's got white hair. She's dressed kind of nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Has one of those, she has like a clutch purse and everything on her shoulder. And yeah, she's kind of half paying attention to you and looking towards the stage. And she's like, and Xander Farthing sure seems to back Calloway. So should be an interesting election.
Indeed. Well, thank you. I think I kind of just leave that there.
Yeah, and I think
now
after
that I have a schedule.
Yeah, I think after a moment though, you hear the like reverb like of kind of like a louder microphone style speaking device. Yeah, and
I can't make the noise.
you see Xander Farthing announce. He goes, "Citizens, people, please, listen up. We have an important endorsement to make here for my good friend Lieutenant Calloway," and a bunch of polite clapping and everything. And Calloway steps up, and he's kind of he's always been kind of like grimy and weird, and he was a reminder.
He was in the streets at some point. Wasn't
He was down in the streets when you and Marv were working the district down there, and he was there the night that the rift went wrong 2 years ago, and Marv got marved into a sword.
He was the one who was he the one who dropped the
He
badge?
was the one who was doing a deal with the Gallows family, an up and coming Gallows family for magical artifacts, but not as a police officer. He was being secretive. He was being plainclothed, and it wasn't a sting operation. You guys caught him illegally
exchanging.
Yeah, but in all the chaos with Marv and everything, and the lack of investigation and all that, Calloway was able to use that to his advantage and move up in the ranks. And you and Marv, who would have probably ousted him because Marv was the lieutenant at the time, were no more. So Calloway's this kind of opportunistic, sort of sleazy guy, but now he's up here in the Skyline. Things are shifting. He's running to be commissioner. Lots changed.
Okay.
He steps forward in his dress blues and he goes, "Citizens of Skyline, our city is changing faster than our old systems can handle." And he kind of points towards the precinct. Yeah.
The shade thrown.
Yeah, he's like, crime is taking new shapes and we're ready to face it. My team and I are committed to restoring order of the Skyline, modernizing enforcement, making sure we're going to be, prosperous and make sure the Skyline is the powerhouse it deserves to be in the city of Mirelight. And with the help of our partners, the Farthing Foundation, we're excited to meet this new era of Mirelight.
All right.
A better era. And there's like polite clap. It's like one of those things that doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I pull out of my pocket. I pull out one of the crossbow, like the crossbow handle that I got, or the handle that I got. Does it just have the MMCD logo on it, or does it also have the gallows mark?
No, they're keeping that for now anyway. They're keeping that separate. It's just.
But I have the plans.
You do have plans.
I do have the plans. How do I want to do this? Because this isn't like a debate. This is just an endorsement party.
You got a lot of people that are in favor of Calloway here, and a lot of officers and whatnot around.
Yeah. I'm like...
I mean, the precinct is there too. I mean, you don't know where Renshaw is, but...
Yeah. With Renshaw, I think as he's kind of talking with that, I think I put that back in my bag.
Okay.
And I think would I want to straight up ask? I
think while you're unsure,
yeah.
Xander Farthing steps forward too, and he kind of claps Calloway on the shoulder, and he goes, "The Farthing Foundation is proud to support Lieutenant Calloway as next commissioner of the MMCD, because progress isn't made by standing still, it's made by moving forward." And like cheers go up and all this stuff. And
I just mutter under my breath, diagonally.
Yeah, and he's like, "Together we'll build something better." And he smiles and waves his hands up, and people in the crowd kind of cheer. There's a lot of clapping going on. Can you make just an insight check for me while you're thinking about things?
I don't know what to do. Oh, haha, 21. Or sorry, 22.
So,
22.
A 22?
Yeah.
I think you start looking around, and the cheering probably catches you a little bit off guard, because it was like polite clapter, but like clapter, wow.
Laughter?
Clapping and like smiles and whatnot. As you're kind of looking out and scanning the crowd, kind of getting an idea of these people, I think you notice that there's kind of like more excitement than you kind of would have expected for a random endorsement party. Mm-hmm. You see that there are a bunch of MMCD officers here as well. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are very excited. Lots of loud cheering. And I think with a 22 perception check, or investigation.
Perception.
Perception?
Or sorry, insight, you said.
Or insight, thank you. You start looking around, and I think there's a couple MMCD officers that you notice nearby that you're pretty sure visible underneath one of his sleeves is a recognizable, like, Gallows family tattoo.
Oh.
And you're noticing that some of these ones that are loyal to Calloway, you're like, wait, I think I've seen that guy at the Opulent Span guarding Silas. Like, and you're starting to look around, and you're starting to notice that this might be there might be some plants or people working within the MMCD to really help Calloway rise.
Oh.
A little bit of loyalists
that got hired.
Going on. Yeah.
Okay.
So with a 22, I think you're starting to look around and notice that there's actually a little bit of danger to this.
Right.
A little bit of issue where this is not just a group of random people. This is like strategic.
This is okay. And none of the civilians are just like...
No, not necessarily, but the Skyline people are not great at thinking for themselves or caring about the people down below. That's so true. I think they kind of just go with what's around them. The mob mentality. And with that,
this.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the story. So, and okay. What would Mel like to do? There's a lot of cheering going on. People are kind of going back to...
With that cheering, and with me noticing that some of the MMCD officers there are, like, plants there, I think I want to make my way through the crowd, kind of while everyone's focused on his speech, towards the precinct.
Okay.
Not necessarily trying to, like, sneak in at all, but just I want to head towards there. Okay. Is it closed?
It's like the door's closed, but
yeah.
So you start walking down the precinct area, and then I think with a loud but distant boom catches your attention.
I whip around.
Kind of looking back towards the way you had come from, towards this like banking side area. You see, because you can see a little further up here in the skyline, you see the closest like bank building. There's like smoke explosion pouring out of the door. And all of a sudden you hear this like kind of like the whistles blowing of the MMCD, and a bunch of the people are like murmuring and like, oh no. And there's like this kind of explosion of chaos a little ways away, not in the same precinct.
Yeah.
And you see Calloway, like whistle really loud, and he goes, men to the bank, like the Nightmare, et cetera, et cetera. And they start gathering up and whistling and charging that way with a big force of MMCD officers towards
the bank.
The bank.
Does Calloway go with them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
Really?
Yeah. I think he'd leave a bunch of people with like Xander Farthing and like his thing. He's like, sir, you should get out of here. Like, just in case. And Xander Farthing, of course, is a coward. So he's like, yes, of course. So he starts hustling and bustling kind of out of the thing and basically abandoning all the people here to do whatever. And then there's like another like smoky explosion that direction.
I think I would have been worried about like what this is. But seeing that the MMCD are heading towards it, and Calloway's going with them, and I think I probably would have gone had that not been the situation. But I think now I'm wondering, she's wondering in her head, is this staged? And I think, can I make an insight check on these guys?
To the MMCD?
To the MMCD.
Sure.
Yeah. And I'm not necessarily assuming that it is, but I'm wondering. Not great. An 11.
Something feels off about it.
Mm-hmm.
You already caught that.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's staged or distractions or whatever, you don't know. But you're standing in front of the precinct door.
I think I look off and I go, well, I have higher priorities. And I think she tries the handle to the
it's open.
precinct. It is?
Yeah.
I think I just say to Marv, we're gonna go quick, and I open the door.
Okay.
And I go inside.
You open the door, you head inside, and pretty quickly you are surprised probably by the lack of people in here. There's almost nobody in here.
Mm-hmm.
They were all outside at the gala, all the stuff going on.
I think
outside.
I kind of like fast walk down to where I know Renshaw's office is. And I think I knock on the door.
I don't think you have to knock on the door. It's wide open.
Oh, it is?
And Renshaw's not in there.
Okay.
But roll an advantaged perception check for me. Or investigation, because you're an investigator. So I would give it an investigation check. You can always add your D4.
14?
14. You're standing there. You're starting to go like, there's nobody here. Renshaw's not here. Maybe he's home.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear a noise off to the side. And you see on the back side of the room, there's a stairwell going down.
Oh.
And you hear a clatter and noise from down below.
Did
kind of like somebody rushing down the stairs and throwing a door open.
I think did I notice that when I was talking to him?
You didn't go that far into the office.
Oh,
it's
okay.
kind of at the back of the building. It's not secret. It's not in the office.
Oh.
It's like to the side of his office towards the back of the big room.
I think I go down it.
Yeah.
I want to go down the stairs.
Okay. You start heading down that way. You kind of are listening. You hear the distant sound of whistles. You hear people like talking outside, but it sounds like as you're going down, a door slams and you hear the distant running of footsteps running away from you. So you head down there.
I think
Are
I
you
head
being
down there.
quick?
Yeah, I am. I said before that I wanted to be quick, and I'm still keeping to that.
All right.
Especially with somebody running away.
Okay. You head down these stairs. It curves around a corner, and at the base you see a door with a glass window on it. And down in this area it says evidence locker.
Ah.
And as you
Can I open the door?
Yeah, as you open the door, running into this hallway, there's a bunch of little side rooms. It's not just one big locker room. It's like areas. You see in the very distance, making his way down far, far, far towards the end, you see Commissioner Renshaw running as fast as he can and cutting into a side room.
Okay. I think I sprint down there as well. And I think... No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't call out. I think I'd sprint down there as well. Maybe closing the door behind me, too, just to...
Yeah. Okay, so you rush down that way, and you hear the sounds of shuffling, you hear the sounds of drawers opening and closing, things like that. And then as you are heading that way, you're being quick, you're running, I assume, you hear him go, Did everything go off without a hitch? I thought it'd take a second for you to get here. And then you round the corner, and he looks up, and he goes, Ashgrave,
Hi.
what are you doing here?
Following you?
And he goes, oh, geez, are you the only one?
I look behind me.
Yeah. And he's like, whatever. I don't have time to deal with this. Stay off to the side.
What?
And then with a loud crashing noise and another like sound outside, you hear a hatch open down the hallway, and sliding around the corner is, of course, the Nightmare.
Oh, I just see her and I just say, oh, come on.
And as you see her skid to a stop, Renshaw and her look at each other, look at you, and then that's where we're going to end our session.
I knew it had to be someone that set off that. Yeah. Oh, boy.
So we'll deal with that in the next episode when the mom will be back on
boy.
to reprise her role as the Nightmare.
All right. That was a fun one.
Good. Oh, man. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit shorter episode, but that's okay. We'll get into the chaos of bringing a third person back in next week.
Yeah.
And figure a little bit more about
what's going on.
What's going on up here in the old skyline of Mirelight.
All right.
Thank you all for listening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you can always throw us a review or a like or whatever. Mm-hmm. If not, that's fine too.
Yeah.
We hope you're enjoying yourselves. And with that, thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week
on Dadventures.